Hello, folks. Let's see. I just wanted to make a video about recent things. Basically, we did another peace rally here in Santa Cruz on Saturday, and it was pretty good. I mean, had I guess about 45 people, at least 42, I think about, or 43. Probably all told about 45. And so we just rallied at the clock tower at noon, and Food Not Bombs had a table there. Helped set up the Food Not Bombs table and the Brave and Free table. And like there was a similar rally like a month or two ago there on Hiroshima Day, and that one also I had a similar amount of people, I think, and and sorry, my skin's all fucked up. Don't look at me. Anyway, um, so the one before, like afterwards, there was a big smear campaign to try to get people to basically destroy these events, because since Brave and Free is one of the sponsors of it, and they basically used that to attack the event, saying that like Brave and Free is because their website has links to like, I don't know, they just did a weird smear saying that we're like anti-Semitic and anti-trans, but it was based on like the stupidest reasons. Like they say that like because our website says globalist as a pejorative, therefore that's anti-Semitic, or the fact that we oppose like you know the medical transitioning of children, therefore we hate trans people or whatever. So anyway, it was saying that, and that we're connected to like global fascist movements and this and that. So that like so they basically said that anybody unless we'll change our whole website and probably our whole uh mission, um anybody who even attends an event with us that we're involved with is basically not okay. Like that's what it said in this email smear she sent out. This that was sent out by Joy Schendeldecker or whatever the fuck her name is. She's like somebody's so-called, basically a pseudo lefty mayoral candidate, failed mayoral candidate, and fake community organizer. So anyway, so she did a smear against us, and especially it was targeted at Sean Doherty, who's running for Congress, running for Panetta's seat. So I'm not sure if that's in. I'm not sure what kind of seat that is. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's a. Yeah, I think it's must be in the House. I don't know. Anyway, Panetta was like director of the CIA, I think, under Clinton or somebody. But he's like the local. I think now it's his son. Like the father was the CIA guy. The son is like the current congressman or whatever for our area. So this guy Sean is running against him as like an anti-war candidate. So so Sean, because Sean was at the last event and spoke at it and stuff, like this was there was a campaign against him saying that like he's associated with problematic characters or groups or whatever because of Brave and Free. Like Brave and Free was listed on as one of the sponsors of that event, but like, and even though the whole event was my idea at a Brave and Free meeting, like I was like, hey, let's do a peace rally. But still we put, because we knew like shit like this would happen, um Keith put like all the other like sponsors and then Brave and Free and then Food Not Bombs at the bottom. And like, but still, yeah, they still hated. So this time they just did, I think this rally, it was kind of like an outgrowth of the last rally. But this one, I think Keith and Sean came up with, or maybe actually, I think they came up with the idea to do it here, but I think it's based on a national uh, rally type thing that's going on with Code Pink and some other groups. So, but anyway, they just made a website that's just Santa Cruz for peace.org or something like that. So that way we can just promote it as that and not have to do it as any other, we don't have to officially have it be a Brave and Free event or whatever and like list the groups on it or whatever. So all it listed on the flyer was like the groups that called, I guess, the national event. So Code Pink and a couple other peace groups. And so like anyway, so yeah, it went well. I'm always glad that I'm able to go to these events because like I always end up like helping to hold up the main banner for like a lot of the time. And just because like even though there's a bunch of people that come, like a lot of people are not down to like hold banners. And so a lot of them are, we have like a stage area at the clock tower, and then we have like chairs usually and like areas where people can sit and watch the stage. So a lot of people just do that, which is cool, but like I think it's more powerful to focus on the traffic going by and holding up signs and everything, because that way it's really a rally and not just like a meeting. But either way, it works out fine because I do go to these things and usually I can find somebody to, at least one person to hold the other side of the main big banners. And it's funny too because the big banner that we've been using belongs to a group, the Veterans for Peace. But anyway, like I don't know, you know, how I think even some of the members of that group are like weird towards us because of the same reasons as these other people are smearing us and whatever. So anyway, it's awkward, but hey, we got like 45 people there on the, it's a relatively busy intersection. It's kind of the center of town. Um, or I don't know if yeah, it's kind of an intersection because yeah, it's like water and where Water Street crosses Pacific Avenue, and Pacific Avenue is kind of the main street of downtown, and then Water is like the street that like a lot of things are, like the governmental center is on and the jail and stuff like that. Um anyway, so that went well. I did a few chants on the bullhorn. like food not bombs. I was chanting food not bombs, homes not bombs, peace not bombs. Because we were with food not bombs there as well, and food not bombs was serving food right across the street, so they were kind of involved. People were going back and forth from there to the rally. Um, but anyway, it was good. It seems like that because the time before there was a good decent turnout, somewhat similar, and then there was just the question of whether it was going to be able to be squashed by the smear job and by the campaign against us, and evidently not, because we had a decent showing, a decent turnout again. And I put flyers. I spent like a long time, putting flyers all around town for it. And the flyers say diplomacy not war in Ukraine, and they have like the code pink and the organizations whatever on it. And so it's pretty good, propaganda in and of itself. It's good activism in and of itself to just post the flyers, because it carries our message. So I saw today that some of the flyers are still up downtown, some of them haven't been taken down yet. So I'm hoping some will last, because I put up like a million freaking flyers. Like I've been putting them up for like a week, but then the night before I still had a ton because I thought I was going up to this event at UCSC, but you know, I couldn't find the time of the event online, and then it turned out that it was had conflicting with my schedule. So like I had like a fuck ton of these flyers, plus I had a bunch that Keith had printed from my tabling at farmers market, literature. There was a bunch in with that, so I took most of those as well, that I couldn't give away at the farmers market. And so I had like 200 maybe extra of these flyers. And the night before I just spent like all night, like from like 8 till like past 11, or yeah, 8 till past 11, like just walking around downtown, like taping these flyers on every single freaking lamppost and like surface that I could. So yeah, glad to see today that some of them are still there. Um, and let's see what else. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a class. Um, I'm gonna teach a class like about my archaeology. Um, and I'm gonna theme it for Halloween. So it looks like I'm gonna have it be on Friday the 13th, which is next week. And I mean, I'll see how it goes. I don't know, because I don't know how to advertise this shit really. I mean, um, I'm gonna of course I'm gonna make flyers. I'm gonna make posters and post them up just like I did with the peace rally. But beyond that, I'll try to put it on Craigslist if I can figure that shit out. And maybe some other things, community forums or something. But yeah, I'll most